Urgent Chicago Bears fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Chicago Bears updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey there, Bears fans! Today, we have some breaking news that's shaking the foundation of the Chicago Bears community. You know, as fans, we're all used to the ups and downs, the surprises, the twists that come with NFL seasons, but this one caught everyone off guard. The Bears have made a significant roster move, one that's sparking debates and raising eyebrows across the league and among fans alike. Yes, I'm talking about the unexpected cuts of two talented wide receivers, Tyler Scott and Olomide Zakos. Now, if you're a die-hard Bears supporter, you're probably asking yourself, what's going on? Why would they let go of players who showed so much promise? Well, let's dive deep into this, break down what it means for the team, and give you a full picture of what's happening behind the scenes. First off, let's set the scene. The Chicago Bears, a franchise with a storied history, a team that's been through its share of rebuilds and reboots, is currently in a critical phase. The offseason was full of hope, optimism, and the promise of change. The front office, led by GM Ryan Poles and head coach Matt Eberflus, has been working tirelessly to shape a team that can finally contend in the NFC North and make a real push for the playoffs after several seasons of rebuilding. The 2023 season was supposed to be the year everything clicked, the year the Bears finally showed their true potential. But as with all NFL teams, the journey from off-season hype to regular season success is a long and often unpredictable one. Now, let's talk about Tyler Scott. Fans who follow the Bears closely remember him from last season, when he first joined the team. Drafted in the later rounds, Scott quickly impressed with his blazing speed and sharp route running. During training camp and the preseason games, he was one of the standout receivers, making tough catches, showcasing agility, and proving to be a deep threat that defenses had to respect. His ability to stretch the field was seen as a valuable weapon for Justin Fields and the Bears' offense. Many analysts believed he could develop into a consistent contributor, if not a breakout star, in the upcoming season. So, naturally, his release comes as a shock to many fans who had high hopes for his future. But, as we all know, the NFL is a business, and roster decisions are often influenced by a complex mix of factors. The Bears, after evaluating their entire wide receiver group, taking into account blocking, special teams contributions, consistency, and overall team fit, decided that Tyler Scott wouldn't make the final roster. It's a tough pill to swallow, especially considering his potential. Nonetheless, it's important to understand that in the NFL, a player's journey is full of ups and downs, and sometimes, even promising young talents have to take a step back to find the right opportunity elsewhere. Scott, at just 22 years old, still has plenty of time to develop, and it wouldn't be surprising if we see him landing on another team's practice squad or even making a splash as a free agent. Switching gears, let's analyze the other side of the coin, Olomide Zakos. He was brought into the Bears this season as a free agent, with hopes of adding veteran experience and reliable hands to the receiving core. Zakos has been around the league for a few seasons now, playing for teams like the Atlanta Falcons before signing with Chicago. He's known for his precise route running, dependable hands, and ability to make clutch catches in tight coverage. His experience was seen as a valuable asset, especially for a team that's still trying to find its offensive rhythm. But despite his skills and leadership qualities, Zakos also failed to secure a spot in the final roster. Why? Well, the coaching staff and front office are looking for a specific profile in their receivers: speed, explosiveness, and versatility. During the preseason, Zakos had some decent moments, but he didn't quite stand out enough in the eyes of the coaches to justify a spot over other competing players. It's a tough decision, but once again, it illustrates how competitive the NFL is. Every single position is a battle, and even the most experienced players can find themselves on the outside looking in when the roster is finalized. Zakos, at 27, still has the opportunity to pursue other teams, perhaps as a free agent, where his skill set might be more in demand. So, what does this mean for the Bears moving forward? Well, at first glance, it might seem like a setback. They lost two talented receivers. But in reality, this is part of a larger, strategic plan. The Bears are trying to build a team that can execute their offensive scheme more effectively, especially as Justin Fields continues to develop as a passer. The coaching staff is looking for players who fit their system, fast, precise, and adaptable. The roster cuts are tough but necessary steps to improve team chemistry, cap space, and overall roster flexibility. The Bears are also keeping an eye on the waiver wire and potential trades, so don't be surprised if new names come into the fold before the season starts. Now, let's talk about the broader picture. The Bears have a talented core, with Justin Fields at the helm, showing flashes of brilliance and potential for stardom. The offensive line has improved, and the running game remains solid. The defense, which has historically been a strength of the team, is also looking to bounce back after a challenging 2022 campaign. The front office has invested in the draft, bringing in promising young players like wide receiver DJ Moore, a proven playmaker who can be the focal point of the offense. The hope is that the team's chemistry will gel, and all these roster moves will come together in the final product on game day. But let's not forget, the NFL season is unpredictable. Injuries, unexpected performances, and coaching adjustments all play a role in shaping the outcome of a team's journey. The Bears are aware of this, and that's why they're constantly looking for ways to adapt and improve. The decision to cut Scott and Zakos is just one piece of a much larger puzzle. Fans should remember that roster moves like these are part of the process of building something sustainable, something that can compete at the highest level and, hopefully, bring a championship back to Chicago. Looking ahead, we can expect the Bears to continue making strategic roster adjustments as they approach the start of the season. The team's coaching staff is known for their analytical approach, and they're always trying to get the best out of their players. Young guys will get opportunities to prove themselves, and veterans will be fighting to stay relevant. The competition in camp has been fierce, and the final roster will be a reflection of who's truly dedicated and prepared to give their best every Sunday. Meanwhile, the fans are eagerly awaiting the first game. The anticipation of seeing the Bears back on the field, playing with energy and determination, is palpable. Everyone wants to see how the new pieces fit together, whether Justin Fields will take the leap into superstardom, and if the defense can return to its elite form. The journey is far from over, and these roster decisions, though difficult, are part of the process to get there. It's about building a team that's resilient, versatile, and ready to compete in the brutal and exciting landscape of the NFL. And speaking of players, it's worth mentioning some of the other exciting talents on the roster. Players like Darnell Mooney, who's been a consistent target in the passing game, and the emerging star at tight end, Cole Kmet, who continues to develop into a reliable weapon. The running back room, led by Khalil Herbert, looks promising, especially with the addition of some young talent in the draft. The defense, with players like Robert Quinn and Jalen Johnson, has the pieces to disrupt opponents, but consistency and health will be key factors this season. The coaching staff's challenge is to blend all these elements into a cohesive unit that can perform at a high level week after week. Now, I want to take a moment to highlight the importance of understanding that roster cuts, like those of Scott and Zakos, are just part of the natural cycle in the NFL. Teams often have to make tough decisions, releasing players they see potential in, simply because they're trying to optimize the whole. Sometimes, players will get picked up by other teams and go on to have bright careers, which is great for everyone involved. It's also a reminder that perseverance is key. For Tyler Scott and Olomide Zakos, this is just a chapter in their careers. They'll have opportunities elsewhere, and who knows? Maybe we'll see one of them fitting perfectly into a new team's system and shining. As we look forward to the upcoming season, it's clear that the Chicago Bears are committed to building something special. The road to success isn't a straight line, and setbacks are part of the process. The front office has shown patience and strategic thinking, and the players who make the roster will be the ones to carry the team forward. Fans should stay positive, stay engaged, and keep the faith in this young, talented squad. The journey is just beginning, and there's plenty of football to be played. In the end, what matters most is that the Bears are doing everything they can to put together a competitive, exciting team that can bring joy and pride back to Chicago. They're investing in youth, experience, and grit. The roster moves might seem harsh now, but they're all aimed at creating a team that can fight hard, adapt quickly, and rise to the challenge of the NFL season. So, keep your hopes high, Bears fans. The best is yet to come, and this team is still in the process of shaping its future. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think the roster cuts were the right move? Are you optimistic about the team's chances this season? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, insights, and analysis, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. Let's keep the conversation going and support our team through thick and thin. Thanks for watching, and as always, bear down.